You all right? Did you work in there yourself?
Yeah.
I'm covering a story. So you like a prison officer? Would you like to explain your role for my?
Oh, I just work with women on remand.
Fantastic.
And, help them reintegrate into the community.
Brilliant. Now, I have a channel dedicated to prison rehabilitation and the word rehabilitation. Now, I'm covering a story about a lady in here a few years ago, because obviously ladies in here may give birth, because they might come in pregnant, right?
Yeah.
There was a certain lady, she gave birth and the baby passed away and she was in here. Now, I know that she didn't get out, she had to stay in with all of that horrendous stuff, and she had to go back to work the next day.
Yeah.
Now, I know it's prison, I know she's done something wrong to be here, but empathy is a strong thing.
Yeah.
Do you not believe that they should have maybe give her a couple of days, even in her cell, lock her down, just to try and get her head straight? Because you imagine the trauma. You're a lady yourself. Do you have children yourself?
No, I don't.
Right. But even as being a lady, you've got more experience than me for this. As a lady, to have that, all that pain in your stomach, maybe the blood and all of that traumatic stuff, do you know what I mean, miss? I think she should have maybe had a bit of time to herself.
Yeah.
She wasn't in for murder. She wasn't a long-termer, this lady.
Yeah.
I know it's hard for you to comment because obviously they're very paranoid.
Yeah.
Can I ask you just one more thing while I grab it? What's your name?
Karen.
Karen.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
And when we hear the word Karen, if you type that in line, that's like one of them moody women.
Yeah.
You're not a Karen. Your name's Karen, but you're not a Karen.
Yeah.
So your job, in a sense, is to, that you're helping the women in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe what you do helps?
Yeah.
And do women really open up to you?
Yeah.
Do you feel there's a barrier with the women at start?
Just depends.
And then, well, let's generalise it, because it's a long term as young offenders here, isn't it? You get a long sentence, ladies, right?
I don't work with long term.
You don't, but you have that separate here then.
Yeah.
You may, because there's young offenders as well, so you may get an 18-year-old who's in for 3 months for burglary or whatever, yeah?
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, do you think there's a lot of drugs? Ladies are on drugs in here? No, not drugs, I mean, like, do you think ladies are on drugs in here? Like, a lot of detoxing and...
Yeah.
Do you believe that the prison system to the core is to help them?
Not gonna comment.
One more, because you're very smiley lady, and I appreciate you massively.
Yeah.
Do you watch YouTube yourself?
Not really.
Right, so you probably won't find this.
Okay.
I won't give the name. I will say it's going to be called the prison, and you've represented yourself brilliantly. And what is your role again?
Service manager.
Service manager.
Yeah.
So you have a good bit of authority here then.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are? I do.
30s.
30s? I would have said 20, right? So you're the same age as me. Now, what I do is called auditing, right? So we audit a prison, we give the history, we talk about certain cases, like I did today about this lady. I won't tell her name out of respect. And that's very difficult for you to comment because they're watching, the prison officers, and I have filmed them. They haven't come out to me. Shall I tell you why? Because I've been here before. The police told them that it's a legal activity and they left me alone. I'm quite a brave guy because you'd think I'm challenging them in a sense. But I'm actually not, miss. I'm only coming here telling a story.
Yeah, I understand.
And
But I think I'm gonna leave it there for
but,
today.
miss, I've got one funny question. Because my audience may ask me to ask this.
Yeah.
Now, when I come to a prison, and I've been all over the country, there's a lot of drugs getting brought in. You don't bring any in, do you?
No.
Thank you. I know you probably go through searches yourself and that, don't you? Do you ever feel victimised for getting searched and that?
No.
Because you understand the drill, with the job role, I guess. And you worked here long?
Not gonna comment.
All right. You know what, miss? Thank you for your time, Karen. You're not a Karen. You're a lovely lady. Anything you'd like to say to the thing, Karen? Because you kind of laughed like you've maybe seen them videos before.
Yeah, I have.
Do you ever get compared to that because of your name?
Sometimes.
Or would you say that ain't me? Have a lovely day, Karen. Lovely bit of hair you got. I mean, a tint of grey, but you're not old. Like it's the fashion now, isn't it? The grey hair.
Yeah.
Well, have a lovely day, miss. I will say, Karen, not the moody Karen, an actual genuine soul there, guys. I've met.